Postseason energy has arrived in the playoff spotlight sim in my team. Head to the challenge menu for a huge opportunity to collect a star player card from every postseason team, including 16 pink diamond player cards available now in round 1.
Play 3 quick games against each playoff team to collect rewards. It's simple. 1 clutch time win, 1 in triple threat, and 1 in full lineup, and you'll be pulling in a new member of your My Team.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Denver Nuggets against the Toronto Raptors. Alongside Greg Anthony, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And tonight, we'll be joined by the man with his finger on the pulse of the NBA, no one better than Shams Charania. Shams, it is so great to have you courtside with us.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much. Talking basketball is what and honestly, we were born.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Emmanuel quickly out there with Grady Dick. And it's Ingram in at the 3 slot. And for the Nuggets, at the guard spots, we'll see Westbrook and Murray. The 4 and the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. And so off the tip, it's Denver. Westbrook against Quickly. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Yeah, he's not exactly a highlight reel dunker, but you love to see Jokic throw it down.
He shines the Denver Nuggets, of course, the winners back in 2023 of the NBA title. Couldn't go back-to-back last year. Is their window, in your opinion, still as open as it seemed to be?
100%. Let's remember, Jokic is still in his 20s. They still have Jamal Murray. And as long as that 3-time MVP is healthy, the Nuggets front office has one thing on their minds, and it's a championship. And their biggest problem is that the rest of the West has gotten much better over the years. But if this team is healthy, as long as they keep building the right way around the 2 best players in Murray and Jokic, they can continue to compete for championships.
And I love what you say about the West. Top to bottom, so strong, so deep, so competitive. Dick, that's good.
Oh, good balance from Dick. Able to take the contact and still score inside.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Here's Murray to the inside. Jokic. And Pirtle pulls it down. Quickly the pass to Barnes. Raptors moving the ball around. Back to Quickly. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And going vertical, Murray's one of those guys with that sneaky athleticism.
Here's Dick. From down in the low post, it goes. Dick's got his second basket.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Out to Ingram. Passes it to Quickly. This one for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another. Really, the story of the game.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
Here's Quickly. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
The Nuggets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches. It's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive paydays. Every single year we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing to me.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher. And once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big paydays.
You gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's Toronto now. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. And Westbrook pulls it down. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against the Utah Jazz. Murray, good. Murray's got 6. Toronto trailing. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. I briefly spoke with Michael Malone. Their focus on defense, Brandon Ingram. Coach told me Brandon presents unique problems. It's the skill and size combination. You just don't see it too often. Anytime Ingram touches the ball, everyone will be focused on stopping him. Should be a good one.
Thanks, David.
Well, the first guy you have to box out there, Nikola Jokic. That's just bad recognition.
And there's the pass to Dick. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, I know we don't want to jinx it, but he's still perfect from the field in this quarter.
To the middle, here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Well, we always talk about Murray shooting, but he can attack the basket as well.
And Charms, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA, and when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. Ingram kicks to quickly. Over Westbrook. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
The Nuggets trail. Pass to Brown. There's the killer two-handed slam.
You know, Jamal Murray has no problem being the facilitator when he sees open teammates.
So, timeout called here. The first for Toronto. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
Well, he's having his way inside, so they've got to figure it out. Time to talk it over.
Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. A moment now to check out some numbers for Scotty Barnes. Toronto's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Quickly with it. Now defended by Jokic. Boucher in the post. He's against Jokic.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Out left to the wing. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
And a chance to check out the stats for Murray. Last season, he played outstanding. He's around 21 points per game, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Well, this staff loves coaching him, and his teammates love playing with him. He's just an unselfish guy who makes everyone around him better.
Here's Ingram, and he banks in the layup. Hey, Shams, you're always on the pulse of those league-changing trades. We certainly saw some impactful ones last season.
across the board, the Pacers, the Mavericks, they made deep runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York, getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when the iron's hot, and we saw multiple teams do that this last season.
Yeah, that trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful. Quickly against Murray. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Now Boucher still scoreless. Barnes passes to Quickly. It's Ingram on the wing. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. Finish off the break. Murray's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Barnes down low. Defended by Gordon. And here's Ingram from the arc. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Well, you can't give a guy like Ingram a look like that from beyond the arc.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. Toronto leading by 3. Boucher with the ball. Here's Quickly. And it's blocked by Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon has top-notch defensive instincts and very active hands.
Here's Raptor. And he can't bank that one in. Barnes kicks to Ingram. Pass to Quickly. Lets it go from deep. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
I think 3 of the top, 5, 6 players, we got Doncic. You know, we've got Porzingis, of course, who was such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on and on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make the case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. For the Nuggets, Jordan, he's checked in for Jokic. Sharch comes in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Peyton Watson in for Christian Brown. The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Murray. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Abaji. No good with the triple. Denver's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Murray against Quickly. It's deflected. Now here's Ingram. A 17-point game for him in the win against Sacramento. Barrett for 3. A 3-pointer is right on target. And the Raptors lead by 7.
Well, Barrett likes to shoot threes at a steady clip, and he's pretty free with those shots.
To the paint, here's Jordan. Over to the left wing. And again, Denver with the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And so quickly, we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Well, those are the kinds of performances you hope carry over into some momentum for this one.
Clock is at 3. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got 3 assists in the game. The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Murray, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Murray's got 16 points.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Here's Abaji. Got it. Good job in the low post.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Murray, and then Murray with the jam.
That's an incredible move by Murray. Certain guys just know how to create space for themselves.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam King.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
It's tipped, and they'll keep possession. Here's Raptor. Tries to save it. Misses the 3. And so it's the Toronto Raptors with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. We'll return shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And one more thing they've done well tonight. They've attacked the rim viciously and have gotten a lot of points by just going at the defender.
So for Toronto right now, they've got R.J. Barrett, and it's Walter in at the shooting guard. And that one's good, Abaji.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Here's Watson. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Watson's got his first bucket of the night. We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything you could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players over in Europe. In any of those regions, they do a great job, and those players are hungry, they're driven, they're patient. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot of flux. Players are given so much so soon in America. So to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion, and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone in Anthony Edwards to look up to.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Nuggets are an example of how you build a contender from the ground up. Coach Michael Malone says, I'm hoping we can be a blueprint for a lot of young teams, young coaches, and young GMs. Be patient, let it build the right way, bring in the right kind of people, and you never know what's going to happen. Kevin?
Well, David, you've just triggered a lot of thoughts here, but doing it that way, to me, feels the right way, and a lot of fun to watch their success. And we thank you for the report. Outside Westbrook to the left side wing. Strother trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Raptors leading by 8. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And let's see what Denver has coming up. On Wednesday, they'll host the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Friday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Miami Heat.
And looking at the Dallas matchup, things starting to solidify as that game is going to be number 10 on the year for them. Team getting sharper every time out.
First free throw is good. And Shams, nothing gets a workout like your phone. We're here, we're talking NBA, we're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got 2 phones working, and I'm sure there's a third hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day? Is there even a number we can put with that?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me. You know the job is it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone on a daily basis. And the screen time usually in busy seasons tends to be closer to 18 to 20 hours. But this is what we sign up for. This is what we love to inform the audience.
Oh, and I know you love every second of it. Get the shot. Walter, good. Walter's got his first 2 points of the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Najee. Boucher defending.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Back to Westbrook. Watson surveying the D. Cloak loose. Here's Walter. He's covered by Watson. Toronto working the ball around now. On the wing, Barnes. He's covered by Westbrook. And that one's good. Barnes has got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors.
Just tough, gritty play there by Barnes. That's how you deal with physicality.
And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. And Toronto making a change. Dick's checked in. Denver calls timeout.
Nuggets call timeout. Here come T-shirts. Get on your feet, fans.
With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. Fourth, the Nuggets.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
Watson with it. Barnes on him. Westbrook with a wide-open look. And another miss by Denver. And here's Toronto. Big stretch here going 10-2. Hey, Shams, I know you're connected throughout the NBA into a lot of front offices, but have you ever thought about maybe shifting gears a little bit and working for a team?
There is always intrigue into something like that, Kevin, but I've seen how tough the environment can be, and honestly, it is really much more fun to be talking to you on this side of the media world and the media equation of the NBA. But listen, there's always intrigue with the front office.
And a lot of opportunities. I know you're looked at, but thank you for your honesty in that one. Free throw drops for Dick.
And you look at Grady Dick's physical gifts, and you see it's all there. Size, length, careful training, and hard work could make him into something special.
Both shots good from the stripe.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And that one, good. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And if anything, Westbrook gets more aggressive against contact inside. He doubles his effort level in response.
Pass to Walter. Here's Shed. He had 28 points in the win against Sacramento.
Yeah, and how about his assist numbers, too? He was their offense. He was just doing everything out there.
Here's Westbrook. Walter pulls it in. Raptors leading by 13. Here's Shed. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
Yeah, showing absolutely zero fear as he goes right at the bigger defender.
And how about the urgency there on Gordon's drive, pushing past the defense for that.
And here is Barnes. 17 points for him last game against Sacramento. Here's Walter. 6 on the shot clock. Passes to Dick. Shoots the 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And whenever Dick is getting a pass, if he has any chance to get off a clean jumper, you know it's going up.
Gordon kicks to Watson. Now the pass to Najee. And it's a great finish! Oh, my. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Watson with the dunk.
Toronto leading by 14. Barnes passes to Boucher. From 10 feet out. And it's Shed missing. Denver's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. That's tipped, and he gets it back. Second chance shot. His shot is good, making it a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Toronto, they've gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Here's Shed. Pass to Dick. The 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Well, that's his third three-pointer in this game, and 2 of those came in the second, so he might be heating up.
Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
And there's the ferociousness. Gotta enjoy Westbrook taking flight and slamming it down there with authority.
Here's Shed. Pass to Dick. On the wing, Barnes. Dick passes to Boucher. And another basket for Toronto.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Westbrook kicks to Gordon. Back to Westbrook. Passes it to Brown. Off target from three-point range. Raptors leading by 15. Pass to Shed. Back to Barnes. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Dick. No good on the 3. And so it's Watson who will bring it up for the Nuggets. Left side, Westbrook. From deep. Denver keeping it going. A new 14-second clock. Toronto's gotten out from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. The pass to Dick. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Denver calls timeout. Without question, Grady Dick displaying his skills today.
Well, as a coach, you have to make adjustments to put a stop to all the damage he's doing. The way they've defended him is not cutting.
A new group in now for the Raptors.
And checking out the stats for Jokic. He's coming off an excellent season. And, of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists last year. He did a great job of setting the pace, finding the open man, making the simple delivery.
Well, it's little things like that. Getting the offensive board and converting, that's what has elevated Aaron Gordon's game.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Here's Brown. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Raptors leading by 15.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Now, quickly. Last game with 30 points. Here's Barrett. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
Strother can't hit that one.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. The Nuggets trail by 17. Murray outside. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 1:23 left now here in the second. Pass to Brown. Murray with it. Shot clock at 5. Releases.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
This has not been his quarter so far. He needs to find a way to get going here.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Inside. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, Gordon is known for his athleticism, and he loves rising up to throw it down.
Jamal Murray with the dunk.
Murray against quickly. Kicks to Barrett. Fires the 3. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game. The Nuggets trail by 16. And Murray. Here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Quickly, that's for 2. Again, Toronto.
Yeah, that fadeaway gave him more than enough space to get that shot up.
And so it's Toronto in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot, guys. With Mike Malone, as the second half approaches, Coach, what are you looking for?
Execution, pace and purpose with everything that we do, and making sure that when we call a set, we know what we're trying to accomplish and get the ball to where our players can be effective.
We'll see if they can fix that in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you. It's Toronto with the advantage at the half. They're leading by 16. Kenny, what's your viewpoint?
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us. We can only beat ourselves.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
It's their defense that's put them in this spot. Giving up easy looks all over the place. It's like they don't have even a game plan in place. Check out the field goal percentage they've allowed. Well, that's not going to cut it out. I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Well, they've got to build a wall immediately because he'll just keep attacking like that if they don't.
Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. At the guard spots, we'll see Westbrook and Murray. And it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Michael Malone getting going here in the second half. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Raptors leading by 19. Pirtle with the ball, still without a basket. And Ingram the bucket on the assist by Pirtle.
Well, fighting through it there. Ingram can get aggressive when he needs it inside.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Jokic, no good. Raptors shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Pass to Quickly. Rebound by the Nuggets. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report.
Well, that's just inexcusable defense there. If you give Jokic a lane like that, the joke's on you.
Quickly the pass to Barnes. Shot clock at 6. A 3 from Quickly. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Count that bucket. Westbrook's got 10 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Down low. Here's Quickly. Rebound by the Nuggets. Gordon's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Well, in the rebounding game, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Well, that's just a terrific move. Murray's so skilled at creating space off the dribble.
And so Quickly will bring it up for the Raptors. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Pass to Dick. Over Murray. Dick, that's good. Dick's got 23 points.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Back to Westbrook. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And that's 12 points for Russell Westbrook.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And it's all said and done. Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Ooh, what a burst of energy from Westbrook. He can just fly when he wants to.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
Yeah, a moment here to take a look at the numbers for Barnes. Great showing for him last season. Last season, he averaged 20 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
Back to Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down.
And you think Murray all about scoring, but Murray is about what helps his team win.
Jamal Murray with the dagger.
Here's Quickly. Lays it up off the glass. Quickly's got 6 here in this quarter.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Missed inside. Toronto leading by 17. Here's Mobo. Scoreless thus far. And the pass to Ingram. Toronto needs to get off his shot from past the arc. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. The Nuggets have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Pass to Saric. Now Watson. At the elbow, it's Jordan. That's tipped. Saric dishes to Watson. Outside for Murray. Shoots over Dick. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Passes it to Ingram. Barnes outside. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assists. Ingram's got 4 assists in the game.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
For 3, Murray drops in the tray. Murray's got 27 points.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Here's Dick. Rebound by the Nuggets. Here's Westbrook. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Raptors leading by 15. Barnes passes to Quickly. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Assist goes
23 points in the game.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Denver calls timeout. You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you know?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
Pass to Mobo. The 3 from Barnes, and he's good on the 3-ball. Barnes has got 9 points in the quarter.
And a guy who has quickly adapted to playing NBA offense, Barnes, he can be a producer.
The Nuggets trail by 18. Here's Strother. Up again. Jordan kicks to Watson. They shoot again. And Jordan with the layup. Jordan's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Now here's Barnes. He's got 17. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Barnes, so physical inside. He can beat you down there as well.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. It's an 18-point game. Here's Jordan. Pass to Strother. And a miss there on the triple.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
To the paint. Makes it off the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Denver's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And Murray, here we go. Pass to Strother. And the 3 off target. Raptors leading by 20. Barnes down low. Charges there.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
No doubt how much those boards impact the overall outcome. You can't give them extra chances.
First team foul.
Charge inside. Boucher defending. Charge, that's good.
And how about capitalizing there in close? Saric has the touch to take advantage from just about anywhere.
Here's Barrett. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Murray against Barnes. Goes up from the top of the key. Rebound by the Raptors. Lobo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Toronto's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Murray against Boucher. Clock at 6. And here's Barnes for 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Here's Strother. It's stolen by Barrett. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Here's Abaji. Barnes outside. Here's Boucher. They get the rebound. Outside Barrett. There's the triple. Bangs home the trifecta. Barrett's got 5 points in the quarter.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
And you know, Coach, guys who are really productive, like Jamal Murray, often have turnover issues. But you know what? He really doesn't struggle with that.
No, he doesn't. And that's one of the great things about him, Kevin. He can be that aggressive but stay under control and take care of the ball. Always poised. Nothing seems to bother him.
That's an added quality that you don't see with a lot of guys who shoot and score as much as he does. And so Murray nails both of them.
There's so much that Jamal Murray brings to the table offensively. He is such a critical piece of their puzzle.
1:11 left here in the third quarter. Here's Mobo. Just 5 on the clock. And Barrett gets it to go. Barrett's got 19 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And here is Murray. The pass to Najee. The Nuggets with another miss.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Here's Walter. And the layup's good off the glass. Walter's got his second basket of the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Denver's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And there it is for him.
Yeah, we've seen this before. When Murray gets it going, he gets it all going. He can score from anywhere.
Pass to Mobo. Now Boucher, defended by Gordon, for three. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Murray for three. Abaji pulls it in.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Doesn't go that time. What a performance for Emmanuel Quickly. He has been the story for the Toronto Raptors. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. Right back after this break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth, we've got Chris Boucher, and it's Mobo in at the 5. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Here's Abaji. And it's good, 2 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
To the middle, here's Holmes, and Boucher sends it back. Here's Shed. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
And the foul on Jacoby Walters. That is his first foul of the game. Robinson's checked in for the Raptors.
Into the lineup for the Raptors, Robinson.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Holmes. And Holmes throws it down.
Oh! Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. Here's Abaji. Here's Shed. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Right side Robinson. Toronto working the ball around now. The tray. And again, Toronto with the triple.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
To the left wing. Here's Najee. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Walter. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Najee. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. To halt the run, Robinson pulls it in.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Walter, good.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
Here's Holmes. Walter pulls it in. Walter's got 5 rebounds tonight. The Raptors have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Here's Abaji. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Passes to Najee. He dishes it to Watson. Pickett passes to Najee. 6 to shoot. Denver needs to get off his shot. Here's Watson. And it's off the back rim. No good.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Shot's good by Boucher.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Denver's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Pickett. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. The pass to Abaji. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for him right now. All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
14 feet away. Robinson misses.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Pass to Holmes. And Holmes throws it down.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Raptors making a switch here. The Nuggets shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. A nice shot by Brown.
And give credit to Coach there for drawing that up. He positioned his guys for immediate success.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Shed. Lets it go with a 3. Sinks the triple. Shed's gone a perfect 2 of 2 from the arc. Here's Pickett. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Jordan with the steal. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Najee. Tries again. And it's Toronto with the rebound. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip. And there's another turnover by the Raptors. Russell Westbrook checked in for Denver. So, Stan, I've been wondering about these different approaches. The development system for youth basketball is vastly different in the U.S. than in Europe. Which do you think is best?
Well, I think in terms of developing skills, Kevin, we've seen it. The European players of all sizes have very well-rounded games skill-wise. They do a lot of work on a daily basis developing those skills, whereas in the U.S., our young guys play a lot of games in the AAU system. Skill development not as strong, but they do learn to compete on an everyday basis. Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
Westbrook passes to Najee. Here's Johnshaw. He's covered by Ingram. Pass to Brown. 3-pointer. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Pirtle's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Battle. Here's Walter. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Yeah, coming. Down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Jordan the pass to Brown. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Battle. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got assist number 5 here tonight.
That's a nice find by Ingram, getting it to the open man.
Pass to Najee. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
That's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
To the inside. Here's Brown. There's the pass to Najee. Here's Chunchar. Offensive rebound. Toronto's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Here's Pirtle, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Tossing the pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Brown, the pass to Westbrook. Inside, and it's Jordan with the jam.
And how about the vertical of Jordan? Easily rising up for the timely alley-oop slam.
Ingram outside from deep three-point land. The Raptors rebound, picked off in midair. Here's Chunchar. He's covered by Ingram, and that one's good. Chunchar.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
In the corner, it's Ingram. Stan, I look at your list of players you've coached, some incredible scores along the way, including Brandon Ingram. Let's zero in on him. What makes him so good?
Well, Kevin, look, when you've got Brandon Ingram's size, and then you have the ability to get where you want to go on the floor, and you can just get to that spot and rise up above people and knock down shots, you're virtually impossible to stop one-on-one, and that's what Brandon Ingram has.
What a talent. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. So with Brandon Ingram's height and his shooting ability, Stan, he can get about any shot he wants, can he?
Yeah, Kevin, any shot at any time. You know, his ball handling is a lot better than people think. He can get to his spots on the floor. And a little bit like Kevin Durant, he can just rise up over people. And he's got a great ability to make really tough shots look easy.
What a fun player to watch.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
The shot by Sharge, no good. The Raptors shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. Mobo gets the basket.
Assisted, Walter.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. To the paint. And there's Murray on the assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Out to the wing. Ingram outside. There's the 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Brown's got rebound number 5 here tonight. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Raptors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep. Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Pass to Ingram. from deep three-point territory. Saric grabs the board. Denver's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. The 11-footer, and it's Westbrook missing. Here's Shed. Pirtle with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Raptors moving the ball around. Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Shed, and the Raptors call time here. They're leading by 44. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And the game pretty much over. Curious timeout here.
Well, they could be trying to just make a change just so their subs can close this game out.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Emmanuel Quickly.
And he's had the hot hand tonight, Kevin, no doubt about it. He's gotten his field goal percentage up over 60, and you're only going to get it that high when you're taking good, smart shots.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight, an outstanding performance.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the play.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
Now, Pirtle. Here's Walter. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.